Hey everybody, welcome to another Khan support video. This time it's on tax and tip word problems. Tax and tip word problems. So let's go. It says Christopher has breakfast at a cafe and the cost of his meal is $36. Because of the service, he wants to leave a 10% tip. What is the total bill including tip? All right, so a couple things to pay attention to here. So if you were to say that we're talking about the y equals kx equation, I would say let x equal his bill. Okay, that's the amount of his bill. All right, and that's the input, right? We're inputting the amount of his bill. We're going to multiply by some rate, some percent rate, and we're going to get an output, and that output's going to be the portion of the bill that we're talking about. Okay, so if we're trying to figure out kind of what the original bill was, 100% of 36 is 36, right? So I think we're all pretty comfortable saying that if we want the output, the y, to be the bill including tip, let me write that out. Okay, then what we're going to have is that y is going to be equal to the full bill, or 1x, right? That's the amount he paid, right? The original bill, $36. And then you're going to have to add to that the tip, which is going to be 10% of x, right? Or 0.1x. So this is the whole bill, 100% of the meal. And then you're adding to that a 10% tip. So this together would equal the y, which is the bill including the tip. Okay? So well, what is that? That's 1x plus 0.1x. Combine your like terms. That's 1.1 or 110% of x. And that makes sense, right? It was 100% of x, the whole bill, and they added or increased it by 10%. Now it's 1.1x. So that means that the problem here is going to be as simple as y equals 1.1 times the 36, right? So x is the bill. The price of the meal was $36. 110% of 36 will be the price of the meal including tip. 100% for the meal plus the 10% tip. And so that would be kind of how you'd use this to help you set that up. And all you do is 1.1 times 36, which is the same as 1 times 36 plus 10% of 36, which is 3.6. And so that's going to be the same as 39.6, okay? So that'd be $39.60. So you write $39.60. And that would be the 100% of the meal, $36, plus the 10% tip. What's 10% of 36? Divided by 10, 3.6. And then you add in the $3.60 tip. All right, so let's do another one here. Let's just kind of explore this a little bit. So it says the sales tax in your city is 8.8%, and an item costs $63 before tax. How much tax would you pay on that item? So this time it just wants the tax. Last time it wanted the price of the meal including tip. That was the 100% plus the tip, 10%. That's why it was 110% of the bill. But in this case, they're saying what is just the tax, right? It says how much tax would you pay at that on that item. So they really just want what is 8.8% of 63. That's all they want. So ultimately, that's a really easy question. This question is just asking what is 8.8% of 63? That's the question. Well, if that's the question, we can answer that very easily. We can say that the percent is 8.8 over 100, right? 8.8%. And it's out of 63, right? So we're just figuring out what is the out of the 63. That's equal to 8.8 out of 100, okay? And when you solve this one, it's very nice on a calculator. You just grab a calculator and you just do the cross product. So 6.3 times 8.8, get that value, which is 554.4. And then we're going to divide that by 100 because it's 100x is equal to that. So you're going to divide it by 100. So you take that 554.4 and just divide it by 100, and you're going to get your answer, which in this case happens to be 5.544. So how much tax would you pay on that item? It says round to the nearest hundredth or cent. Okay, so it's 5.544. The nearest penny would be 5.54. So you're going to put $5.54. All right, the next one. What does it say on this next one? Let's erase this. All right, cool. It says Camacho is buying a monster truck. The price for the truck is X dollars. And he also has to pay 13% monster truck tax. Oh, okay. Which of the following expressions could represent how much Camacho pays in total for the truck? Well, we know that it's going to be the price of the truck is X dollars. So let X equal the price of the truck, okay? So 100% of X is just X. It says he also has to pay a 13% monster truck tax. So he's going to add 13% of X. So this is the total amount that he's going to pay, right? You can think of it as, if you want, Y equals, right? Where Y is the total amount he's going to pay. It's going to be the price of the truck, 100% of X, or 1X, plus the tax, 0.13 times the price of the truck, right? Or 13% of the X, right? And so ultimately what you end up with there is 1.13 times X, because 1 plus 0.13 is your coefficients, right? Combine your coefficients because they're like terms, right? Like terms can be combined. It's like 1x plus 0.13x is how many x's? 1.13 x's. In other words, 100% of x plus 13% of x is equal to 113% of x. So we know that this is going to be the expression we're looking for. So anything equivalent to that. So 1 plus 0.13 times x, that would be fine because that's 1.13 times x. That works. The other one we could work is right here, 1.13x. So those are the two that would work. All right, and then the next one we got is, where's that over? Caleb bought groceries and paid $1.60 in sales tax. The sales tax rate is 2.5%. What was the price of Caleb's groceries before tax? So this is one of those questions that would look like this. It says Caleb bought groceries and paid 1.6 in sales tax. So it would be 1.6 is, now that sales tax is 2.5%. So 2.5% of what number? And that's what we don't know. So that's the what number we don't know, right? So this is the question you'd be facing. $1.6 is 2.5% of what number? So if we use the is over of equals percent over 100, you can think of it like this. 1.6 out of something we don't know is equivalent to the 2.5 out of 100. Okay? Now, I don't see any easy relationships there that are easy for us to exploit. So what I would recommend on this problem is probably that you just do the cross product. So remember, the cross product just means 1.6 times 100, get that answer, and then divide it by the 2.5, because really it's 1.6 times 100 equals 2.5 times x, then you divide both sides by 2.5. So it's just 1.6 times 100, which is going to be 160, and then divide that by 2.5, and you get your answer, which is going to be 64. So what that tells you is that $1.60 is 2.5% of 64. So we're going to put that in here. It says, what is the price of Caleb's groceries before tax? $64. And that's how you do it. Okay, hopefully that helps. Let's stop the video.